Ah, we should be talking about the Aston Villa game, but such as the season has been, that most of us really don't care too much. I mean, it's been a shambolic season. And then when you have Thomas Tuchel quotes dropping left, right, and center and saying that he still misses Chelsea Football Club, that it still hurts, how can you not talk about it?
All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin.
All right, welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. We'll drop two videos today. I had to do this one in regards to Thomas Tuchel and some really interesting quotes that's creating a lot of drama in social media in regards to Kai Havertz. But first up, Thomas Tuchel, he's gone out there and he's broken our hearts again. He's made me very sad. I literally just woke up about an hour ago. It's almost 5 a.m. here. I don't know what to say, man. I don't know what to say. They told us that he apparently lost the dressing room. Did he? Did he? Of course, he got sacked for non-footballing reasons, man. I mean, there's literally no reason why you wouldn't back Thomas Tuchel for the rebuild. I mean, look at us now with Graham Potter. Are we any better? In fact, we've gotten worse. We got rid of an elite manager to get in someone who's probably a mid-table manager, unless seen otherwise, to be honest. For the time being, that is the verdict. But let's have a look at what Thomas Tuchel had to say, and then let's try and analyze what's going on. I'll give you my thoughts and opinions on it, and I would love to hear what you guys have to say as well. Thomas Tuchel speaks passionately on Chelsea's sacking. It was a kind of a shock. It was an unusual and very short meeting at 8 o'clock the morning after the Champions League game against Zagreb. It was a 3 to 5 minutes meeting. I was also not in the mood to talk longer. 3 to 5 minutes to get rid of Thomas Tuchel. 8 o'clock in the morning. Wow. We had the feeling we were in the right spot at the right time to achieve big things and to stay longer. We had big relationships, huge relationships within the staff. We still do. How long did it take to get over it? It still hurts not to see these people on a daily basis. I mean, I've never seen a manager getting sacked so ruthlessly like the way he did. And then still talk so nicely about the former football club. Clearly, this guy, Chelsea meant so much to him, man. It really did. You can see it still means a lot. I mean, of course, he's now got a new job at Bayern Munich and he's going to be buzzing, of course, and he'll move on. But, forget about one day. One day when he wraps all of these things up and then he retires, obviously he'll look back and he'll reminisce, the Chelsea moments that he 100% will when he retires. But even during his managerial career, he will always think about Chelsea Football Club. The way he came in when Frank got sacked, the way he galvanized the group from where we were, the way we went for that run in the Champions League, it was so poetic. It was so... It connected all of us. The way he missed out on the Champions League the season before just by a whisker to Bayern Munich when he was at PSG. And it was a great elation. It was a great relief. It was a fantastic achievement, a brilliant moment in Chelsea history. Then the following season, Club World Cup, Super Cup. However, sanctions, COVID still running wild, injuries to key players, new ownership. And he saw us through, and some of those comments in the press conference still resonate, man. Still, it's deep within us. The way he said, if we can't catch a plane to the match, we'll drive. If we can't drive, We'll walk if we have to. Like, we'll be there. We will be there. Some of our toughest moments in Chelsea Football Club's history, this particular man saw us through. And I think, that should have held some value, man. It really should have held some value to the new owners. I've said it before, I love this job. I have the passion. The week here at Bayern was very demanding, but there's no funnier place than a dressing room and a football staff. It has so much love, so much joy, so many good jokes. That is what I've missed the most. Crazy. Let me just see if, Let me just quickly read this again. We had the feeling we were in the right spot at the right time to achieve big things and to stay longer. We had big relationships, huge relationships within the staff. We still do. How long did it take to get over it? It still hurts not to see these people on a daily basis. At Chelsea, we built an extraordinary bond because of circumstances. We started during the COVID and Brexit. Then came the change of ownership. So we were strong group on the training ground. And it was not in my hands to take the decision to leave Chelsea. I was no longer part of this group and it felt like a family. So now I have found a new challenge. I'm happy to be back at a very ambitious big club, and straight away I feel the energy. It was like a family. Chelsea was like a family to him. And when you separate someone away from the family, you know how much that hurts. Separating away from family, if anyone has ever done that, you know that's probably one of the deepest level of hurt. I still have good bond with Chelsea. Players, we still text. There are many messages. I still have a lot of friends there, and this will not end because of a new job. Look at this guy. Does it look like he's lost the dressing room? This is why I said I never bought that. I never ever bought that whole notion of, he lost the dressing room. Were the results not that great just before he got sacked? Of course it wasn't. And even I said, if it continues like this, I think he'll find himself in deep waters. But you still needed to give him a bit more time. I mean, hell, we've given, Graham Potter the record of 2 out of what, 16? 2 out of 17? It was nothing like that with Thomas Tuchel. Not that type of record. He deserved time. If anyone deserved a rebuild, it was Thomas Tuchel. The players that probably were disgruntled are the usual suspects. Christian Pulisic, Romelu Lukaku, Ziyech. These are the ones that weren't getting enough game time. Timo Werner had already left. Callum Hudson-Odoi had left for loan. So some of the players had gone. A lot of players liked him, man. A lot of players. Look at how Antonio Rudiger used to talk about him. Many other players, Thiago Silva. Many players, even Mason Mount. And look how we're getting linked. Look how he's getting linked to Bayern Munich. Mason Mount loved Thomas Tuchel, no doubts. And they were trying to paint a picture that, Mason Mount, he didn't like him anymore. Bollocks, absolute bollocks. There will always be people in football industry that say I'm difficult or complicated. I don't think I'm difficult to work with. I think I'm easy to get on with. Honestly, from what we saw in the press conference, his demeanor, I didn't see anything difficult. He's charismatic, man, the way he used to speak. He used to connect with Chelsea fans. So important. Results could go south, but if you have a way to connect with Chelsea fans, even during tough times, that's when you know you're the real deal. One of the biggest reasons why we can't connect with Graham Potter, even when results are going south, it's difficult as it is. But it's even more difficult when you can't even connect to the manager. The lads gave it everything. That's life. You can't connect. You simply cannot connect. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts. A heartfelt press conference, it seems like, from Thomas Tuchel. Look, wish him all the best at Bayern Munich. And even now, so many people on social media are getting upset. Oh, what are we still talking about Thomas Tuchel? Why are we talking about Bayern news? My man, this guy will go down as one of the best Chelsea managers that we've ever had, giving us the Champions League on a season that there's no way we deserved it. But he turned things around and we played some fantastic football in the Champions League. Club World Cup trophy we've never won. Super Cup. He should have got one of Carabao Cups or the FA Cup. He should have. Should have even got it in the first season when we had the Champions League victory. That FA Cup match against Leicester shouldn't have allowed Leicester to win that. And some people get annoyed when they see Tuchel news right now. Why are you getting annoyed, man? Appreciate, be grateful, rejoice. Of course, we'll move on, but he'll be forever etched in our hearts. He forever will be. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts on these comments from Thomas Tuchel. Very heartfelt message. Let's move on to the next topic, which is in regards to Kai Havertz creating a lot of chaos in social media. I don't understand why, but a lot of people have taken it negatively from what he said in recent times. Some of the quotes. This is why I said some of these players, man, talk less, focus on your performance. You know how the media works. You know how it works. You give them some juicy information, they'll turn it into something extraordinary, and before you know, you're a bad guy. So think about it. Is it worth saying all of that stuff? Sometimes I understand you want to say it, but just keep it to yourself. Keep it simple. When journalist says, "Oh, would you ever think about going to Bayern Munich?" Just say no. No, I won't. Who cares? Just say I'm happy at Chelsea Football Club. I'm not thinking about Bayern. Bayern's not going to take that negatively. Look at, for instance, Enzo Fernandez, full, chest pumping, gesturing to the crowd that he's staying at Benfica. Literally a match later, he's a Chelsea player. It don't matter, man. Just keep your mouth shut. Just say boring things just to get rid of that interview. Don't give the media a chance to make a beautiful, tandoori style chicken recipe that everyone can feast on. Don't. So this is what Fabrizio Romano tweeted. This is what triggered off the fan base, because Fabrizio apparently did a bit of a dirty. He left out a lot of the quote and he just plucked out one or two words to create a bit of a picture. Kai Havertz on difficulties on rejecting Bayern revealed in 2020. Clearly that would be still difficult. So he's saying that, if Bayern came around now, it would still be difficult. Havertz on Tuchel, we had a very good relationship. I'm grateful working with him again. I'd like it. You never know what will happen in football. So you can imagine why people took this entire situation and compared it. Many compared it like the whole Lukaku thing. Honestly speaking, it's nowhere near the Lukaku thing. Fabrizio literally just plucked out a couple of these sentences and then created a picture. That's not what went down. What truly went down was something like this. It goes from the beginning. Kai Havertz on joining Chelsea over Bayern Munich in 2020. Bayern is a huge club, and for me, especially as a German, it's difficult to say no. But my goal has always been to play abroad and see a new country. I see nothing wrong with that. I honestly see nothing wrong with that. And he further goes on to say, Kai Havertz on whether or not saying no to Bayern Munich could still be difficult today. Clearly, this is probably where Kai Havertz could have said, look, I'm happy at Chelsea Football Club right now. But for me, honestly, it don't matter. Like, Kai Havertz is a particular player. We've all penciled him down to leave. Majority of us has penciled him down to leave anyway. Like, I don't think any of us are saying that, oh, this is a player we wanted to stay with us. He was doing so well, and now he's gone and said all of this stuff. It's never been like that. Havertz on Tuchel. He definitely made me a better player. I learned from him how important every little detail is. We have trained every day so that every pass is played in the right sharpness, into the right foot, not soft, not too soft, not too hard, yet sharp, just perfect. And I think CFC Daily also tweeted something just to clarify the whole situation with Kai Havertz. Let me just quickly showcase that to you. Yeah. Bayern are generally a huge club that's hard to say no to as a German player, but my personal goal has always been to play abroad at some point in England or Spain. Yeah. As a German player, obviously Bayern would be difficult. Look, ladies and gentlemen, honestly, it means nothing to me that what he said. It's not as deep as many have made it seem to make it seem to be. And at the same time, as I said, he's a player that we're looking to most likely get rid of anyway, and we want Bayern to come and get him. Bayern was one of the destinations that we wanted him to go, unless he truly changes the remaining of the season. I know last few games, at least the last 3 games, Havertz is slowly coming around, and that's brilliant to see, but I want to see till the rest of the season. I'm not going to allow just 3 games to change my mind. I've seen him for now 3 seasons, and overall it's been mediocre. So for him to really change that mindset, I want to see what happens till the end of the season to truly gauge if this guy can stay at Chelsea Football Club or not. So then Fabrizio Romano came later on, I guess, to rectify the situation. At this moment, Kai Havertz and his agents are not talking about a transfer away from Chelsea. He was just being respectful to Tuchel and Bayern. And the situation and the feeling is that it's not like that Lukaku situation. 100% it's not like that. Lukaku actually went out and said, I want to come back to Inter Milan. He was talking down on Chelsea. He was talking down on the manager. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, these 2 pieces of information, pieces of news I really wanted to go through with you guys. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on it. Please comment below. Thomas Tuchel quotes, Kai Havertz quotes, creating a bit of chaos. For me, the Kai Havertz one, it's really not that deep. Thomas Tuchel one, that did touch the heart. It really did. I'll drop another video probably in the next couple of hours doing the Aston Villa match preview. So do look out for that. Like every other time, I don't really watch any of Graham Potter's press conferences, so I'll have to go through what went down. I think a few players might be unavailable, so we'll talk about that. And we'll work towards that particular match. And there will be a watch along, and there'll be a whole heap of, reviews and analysis after that. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. Smash up the like button if you're here for the first time. Subscribe, hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Till next time. See ya.